Welcome back to the KEMPIRE Daily YouTube channel. In today's video, I want to talk about two people that I really do enjoy, but I have to talk about it. In the latest edition of You Really Didn't Have to Say That on Social Media. First off, our girl Cardi B, Cardi, she began her career on social media. That's part of the reason that helped launch her career, besides just really being really talented. Well, every once in a while, Cardi has a moment on social media where people give her backlash. And most recently, she had backlash in regards to a Thanksgiving gathering that she threw, where she had a lot of her family and friends at this Thanksgiving gathering. Of course, her sharing it on social media, people were saying, why are you gathering with all these people? She later apologized, said, they took all the precautions. She really missed her family. I mean, a lot of people miss their family right now. But with that being said, no one would have even known if she didn't post about it. Well, in the latest edition of Cardi B's life, she posted about a bag that she wanted to purchase, an $80,000 bag. She asked the internet if she should buy this bag. And again, she received more backlash. People are saying you should donate to charity, you should do this. Why are you posting this? There are people that are unemployed, sick, and dying. All rightful comments. And I've seen your comments on the post that I did on TikTok in regards to this, it's her money. Yes, it's her money. But why is Cardi B even asking the internet when people, even including her fans, might be struggling right now, might be sick, might be unemployed? And even before that, even before this pandemic, might be having their own issues. It's another thing that didn't have to be posted, but Cardi doubled down on it. She said, I donated $2 million this year. And I believe Cardi B believes in the charitable things that she does. I believe she is a charitable person. I mean, she politically has spoken out on a lot of really, really important issues. She was one of the first people in celebrity world that really was in support of Bernie Sanders. So I believe that side of her, but I also think there's a level of not understanding that Cardi B has, that whole idea of new money, that you have to be flashy with it. You have to see the name brands. You have to talk about your money. There's a saying that people say, people with old money, you would never know. And I see where everyone's coming from in regards to, it's her money, but I also see the other side of it. No one would know about this bag that you want to buy for $80,000 if you didn't post it on social media. Speaking of artists that are posting things on social media that they really just don't really need to, especially if they don't want the backlash. My girl, K. Michelle, I've interviewed K. Michelle before on KEMPIRE Radio. And even from then, K. Michelle has always been interesting. She always has a moment. She always has funny things to say, but she also has things that she says that can be controversial. And this week, she took to Twitter sharing her thoughts on R. Kelly. And not just her thoughts, she's working on a new album, an R&B inspired album that will be released in February, before she releases her country album that she's been working on for a very long time. Well, in these tweets that she posted, she pretty much was saying that she wishes that R. Kelly was still here around to listen and guide her with this R&B project. If you don't already know, R. Kelly was and is a mentor for K. Michelle, and also helped her reportedly with a lot of issues that she was having in her life earlier on in her career. So she knows R. Kelly in a different way. She isn't one of his alleged victims. But I haven't even seen Surviving R. Kelly. I've just seen clips and things like that. Like, I understand why people do not want to support R. Kelly. I understand why R. Kelly is in prison right now. I understand why people are giving backlash to K. Michelle in these recent statements. But she also, like Cardi B, has doubled down on it and says she understands that he's a sick man. She just wishes he was here to help guide her in this new project. That's another thing. Okay. We love you here at KEMPIRE Radio, but you didn't have to share it on Twitter. Like, I get you want to share. She's very open and sharing everything about her life on Twitter. She probably needs another reality show. But girl, just out of respect for the victims of R. Kelly, I would have kept that tweet to myself. You could say that to your friends. You could say that to your other producers. But to go to social media and share it, There really isn't a need, especially if you can't handle the backlash. And I'm not saying that K Michelle can't handle the backlash or Cardi B, because they all responded, but at the same time, they're in their feelings responding to these tweets from people. It is what it is. If you're going to put things out there, the same way I'm putting this out there, I have to be prepared for a backlash. I have to be prepared that people aren't going to like what I have to say. But in defense of K Michelle, she's not the only Black woman. She's not the only Black person. She's not the only person that is subsequently defending R. Kelly. And I'm not saying that she's defending R. Kelly, but there are people outside the prison where R. Kelly is protesting, even during a pandemic, for his release. There are still people listening to R. Kelly music. I mean, I've caught myself, I've had, like, I'll be playing a playlist and all of a sudden I'm like, why is R. Kelly in this playlist? Because he's still streamed. He's still making money while sitting in prison, while these victims are still dealing with the aftermath of the things that he's done to them. I think K Michelle should have rethought that tweet and not tweeted. You know what? There have been plenty of times where I'll start a tweet or I'll start a Facebook status and literally we'll be like, I'm not going to share that. I'm not going to say that. I can say to myself, I can text one of my closest friends and be like, these are my thoughts. Sometimes you need that particular person that you know that person's not going to share it with anyone else, but you can have that back and forth. And my friends know who they are. We have those back and forths all the time, every day, sometimes multiple times a day. Anyways, that's the latest edition of You Really Didn't Have to Share That on Social Media. Let's talk about it in the comments. What are your thoughts on the Cardi B and K Michelle story? I look forward to disagreeing or agreeing with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.